Hey everybody, welcome back to the Soap Thing Project for another shave. If this is your first time watching, I hope you'll consider subscribing today. And today's shave, we're going to go all lavender. So we have some Taylor of Old Bond Street lavender shaving cream. And this is a British soap. Let's open it up and have a smell. This one, on my usual scent scale of light, moderate, or strong, this one is moderate. This one is right in the middle. Not too strong, not too light. It's a good scent strength. So that's going to be the soap we're going to use today. My standby aftershave for lavender scented soaps is the Fine Lavender Pour Homme. And this stuff is actually, I love this stuff. It's discontinued at the time that this video is being recorded. So unless Fine Accoutrements brings it back, once I run out of this, I'm going to have to find a new aftershave for lavender scented soaps. So the razor we're going to be using is this Rockwell 6S. And this currently has a fresh Kai stainless blade in it. And then we have the Pereira Shavery Unbreakable shaving bowl with a soap already in it. This soap is quite a loose cream, so I had no problem spreading it around in the bottom of the bowl. And last but not least, we have the shaving brush, which is going to be, the Mojo Handcrafts 26mm Maggard fan badger that I recently unboxed. So I think that's everything. Let's get all this together and let's do a shave today. Alright, we got just under 2 days growth on the face today. I last shaved on a Thursday evening. It is now Saturday at noon. So let's get the brush in the bowl and get the first couple sprays in there. And let's start lathering this up. Taylor of Old Bond Street lavender shaving cream. So let's talk about the scent. Well, this one's actually fairly straightforward. There's not a ton to say about it. It is a sweet lavender in my impression of it. It's got a little bit of an aromatic quality going on. And the earthiness to this one is minimal. So it is a fresh, aromatic, sweet sort of lavender scent. Pretty straightforward. Nothing fancy going on. Which some people like it that way. Sometimes some elegant simplicity is very enjoyable. And some more water. This stuff does project. I can smell it right about here, so it's a good projector when it comes to scent strength. Oh, can I add more water? Let's add just a little bit more water. So, hope everybody is doing well. Still got a little bit of burning in my nose from my nasal surgery, but my sense of smell is back with a vengeance. So I'm happy about that. Okay. It's a pretty good amount of lather, I think. Okay, let's put the pre-shave on. Phoenix Shaving Cube. We're going on the face today for a pre-shave. Okay. I always forget to have a towel ready. Okay, sink full of cold water, a brush with some lather in it, a Rockwell 6S with plate number 4. Seems to be the sweet spot for me. This one is plate number 4. Might have overwatered this just a little bit, but it is still a pretty rich lather. Okay. Got a lot of soap on my nose today. All right. Let me clear some of this off. There we go. All right, let's do a shave with the Rockwell 6S on plate number 4. Now, for those of you who are not familiar, this Rockwell 6S has numerous base plates. It has, I believe, 3. And it goes from plate 1 through 6. So if I flip it over, I believe this is plate 4 and 2. So you can have different blade gaps depending on which plate you put on and what side it's on. So it's very versatile that way. I wouldn't call it an adjustable, but if you want one that has a lot of different settings, this is one way to go. Okay, let's get started. I'm actually going to apply lather to my hot spots where I tend to get nicks. So it'll be kind of like doing a second pass in that area. So we're going to give that a try, see if we can avoid nicks and cuts today. This is my 3rd Rockwell 6S in a year. The funniest things keep happening. I will buy a Rockwell used off of a BST or something like that. And then somebody will come along who's curious about traditional shaving or curious about wet shaving in general. And they'll be like, hey, can I borrow that Rockwell? I'm like, sure. And then they like it so much that they buy it. So, and they usually make me an offer I can't refuse. So I keep having to go hunt for new ones. I will say this. How about the 6S? In my opinion, you should not be paying full price for this. Go find it used on a BST or on a used marketplace somewhere, or wait for a discount code to drop. And for me, that just has to do with the build quality. I mean, it's a USA made razor, but it's metal injection molded. The fit and finish is not stellar. I mean, this is a piece of functional equipment, kind of like a Razor Rock razor. You know, Razor Rock will come out and say that this is not jewelry, it's a tool. So that's just how I feel about it. Is with this one, I'll wait for a coupon code to come out, or see if you can find one used at a price that is a little bit less than retail. It's been a while since I've used Kai blades, and I'm finding it, at least in this application, not to be quite as sharp as I seem to remember them being. Now it's been at least a year, but I seem to remember these being almost as sharp as feather blades. Like it was like feather and then Kai, and maybe I need to keep using it for a little bit. Use them for about a week, go through a few blades, and see if it kind of starts feeling familiar again. But this feels just a little more mild than I seem to remember. It's working just fine. It's not a bad shave. I just came into this expecting to really have to be careful. And so far, knock on wood, it doesn't look like I have to do that. It does appear like I got one right there, one right there. And that was just from sitting there and blade buffing on the same area for too long. For a second I was getting excited. It was looking like it was going to be a nick-free shave, but oh well. Maybe another day. Okay, let's have a quick rinse and see how I did. Okay, one right there. And looks like two really close together right there. So, you know, when you sit there and blade buff in the same spot for a long time and don't apply any additional lather, it looks like applying more lather again than going over it a second time in this area did help a little bit. I still got a nick right there, but we're still working on it. Like I said, I've been shaving like this for 4 years. It's just a constant process of experimentation and throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks, basically. So that is the beauty of this hobby, is that it is all about exploring new products to see what works better. Okay, so we're going to take an alum block to this stuff, and then we're going to come back for the aftershave today. Okay. Hadn't planned on showing this part on camera, but why not? Everybody else should be able to see what I see. Okay, we got a little bit of burning right there. None over here, which is encouraging. It's the first time I've had no burning over there in a while. No burning right here, even though there's a nick. That's weird. No burning right here, and a little bit of burn right there. So I'm just this in a little bit. Did I have a nick up there? For a second it looked like maybe I did. There's a little bit of burn right there. So that is going to be the Alum block report card for this one. All right, time for some fine lavender pour Homme. This stuff is very cooling and refreshing on the face, I think. It's also got a fantastic lavender smell. It's a shame they discontinued this. They're bringing a lot of them back, so hopefully eventually this one will come back. We'll see. So, my final question that I do on every soap. If I exhausted this tub all the way to empty, would I buy this again? And for this one, no. No, I don't think I would. Now, is there anything wrong with this soap? No. Is there anything wrong with Taylor of Old Bond Street? No. I just have other soaps in my collection that are doing lavender better. It's a better execution of lavender. So, and that is purely subjective. So probably what's going to happen is I'm going to exhaust this to an empty container and then wipe my hands of it and move on to other things. So those are my thoughts on Taylor of Old Bond Street Lavender. Oh, this is $17, I do believe. If I'm mistaken, it'll be across the bottom of the screen. But this usually goes for $17 US for 5.3 ounces. And I forgot to mention the ingredients. The ingredients are on the back. There is nothing terribly impressive in here as far as I'm concerned, but it was a great performer. There is nothing wrong with the performance of this soap. There are just other lavender scents that I like better. So those are my final thoughts on Taylor of Old Bond Street Lavender. I want to thank everybody for watching today. And until next time, this is Soap Thing wishing everybody a great shave. And I'll see you next time.